The clock is ticking down on TicToc. The Supreme Court upheld a law Friday that requires the app be sold or banned by tomorrow. President Biden, who leaves office Monday, has said he won't be enforcing the law and instead is leaving it up to Trump administration to handle. Alexandria Hoff has the story.
President Trump is looking at ways to save TikTok.
President-elect Trump, who once called for a TikTok ban, pledges to keep the app available after the Supreme Court unanimously upheld the law requiring it to be sold or banned due to national security concerns.
The best outcome here is for American ownership of the company, and that's something he's very interested in.
But a sale of the app by its Chinese parent company doesn't appear imminent. During oral arguments last week, attorneys for the company told justices Chinese law restricts the sale of the proprietary algorithm, which makes the app so popular.
This decision is the right one. TikTok is a threat to our national security and ought to be sold, not banned, but sold by the Chinese.
If there is no sale by the Sunday deadline, the app won't just disappear off phones. Instead, experts say new users won't be able to download it and updates won't become available. This would eventually make TikTok unusable to the nearly 170 million U.S. users.
Disappointment. I do believe that banning a social media app like TikTok is a violation of the First Amendment.
Today's ruling by the Supreme Court got mixed reactions from lawmakers, many who are now pushing for the app to be saved and are advocating for a deadline extension.
We have to find a way to save it so that we can have the time to fix the flaws.
On Friday, President-elect Trump said he spoke to China's president on the phone about TikTok and other issues, but his transition team has not said how he plans to save the app from going dark. TikTok CEO is among several high-profile guests expected at Trump's inauguration this Monday. In Washington, Alexandria Hoff, Fox 32 Chicago.
What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there and trying to keep warm. I know over here in Indiana, or Fort Wayne, Indiana, we down to like 3 degrees, okay? So, yeah, I'm up on the other side of midnight and I'm bringing y'all this content, talking about TikTok, trying to stay warm. So if you hear my little portable heater blowing in the back, that's all it is. Don't even mind it. I guess your boy Trump came through for TikTok like he said he would. Kind of strange to me because, like they mentioned in that news clip, he was talking about banning TikTok himself when he was president. But I guess he had a soft spot in his heart for TikTok, okay, and everything. Personally, as far as TikTok go, I think TikTok is a very, very nice platform, because you go over there and you get a lot of information about things you didn't know, all right? And if you guys remember when the so-called drones started showing up, people first start, putting those videos up with those drones on TikTok when the social media news wasn't even mentioning it. You see what I'm saying? They weren't even talking about it. They didn't start talking about it until videos became, available showing these drones or whatever they were, okay, and everything. But for whatever reason, the U.S. government wanted to ban TikTok, or not just ban it, but make sure, they sell it to some other, American buyer, I guess, But, hey, not so much. Trump came through and gave TikTok, or going to give TikTok like a 90-day extension, so they got a reprieve on the situation, But I know I went on there last night, and what I found was this right here. Important update from TikTok. We regret that a U.S. law banning TikTok will take effect on January 19th and force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore our service in the U.S. as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned, okay? Yeah, that's what it read right there. You know what I mean? I'm like, so they were actually serious about, TikTok going dark and everything. But since your boy Trump came through, just this, let me see. This afternoon, I come across this statement right here. I'm like, wow, they back up. It says, statement from TikTok. In agreement with our service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalties. Providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing over 7 million small businesses to thrive. Okay, it's a strong stance for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States. Okay, and that's all well and good. You know, like I said, I'm glad because of this. Because look, some of you guys have been riding with me for a while. You know, that's where I get a lot of my content from, TikTok. You know what I'm saying, or what have you. But you know, now in this little brief, bump in the road with TikTok, going dark, well, we have other options pop up. I have been hearing about Isaac Hayes III, which is the late great Isaac Hayes, son, coming up with like fan base, you see, and everything. And there's a lot of people that are going over the fan base, but then again, there's a lot of people that really don't care to even go to fan base, and it's like black folks don't want to support black people. You understand what I'm saying? And everything. Now, some are saying like it's kind of like Instagram or whatever, and they ain't really feeling it, But hey, the thing is this: your boy Isaac Hayes III, this is his thing right here, So without further ado, let's check out what he has to say, and then we're going to play a couple more videos stating how, some people feeling about how black folks, not wanting to support, something black owned or black ran or whatever, So without further ado, check this out.
To the TikTok community, the Supreme Court's decision to ban TikTok marks a turning point in how we connect, create, and express ourselves online. We understand how unsettling this decision feels, and we want you to know you don't have to lose what you built. With Fanbase, you can seamlessly migrate your TikTok content and continue doing what you love, creating and connecting with your community. We are committed to being a space where free speech thrives and where you feel valued and seen. Fanbase is more than just a platform. It's a home for every creator, every vision, and every voice. Let's continue the journey together. Migrate your content to Fanbase today and join a community that's built for creators by creators. Download Fanbase now and be part of the future of social media, where your voice matters, your content is yours, and your creativity knows no limits.
Black people, I am going to say this as humbly as I know how. I've been hearing the conversation about where everyone is going when it's a wrap with TikTok. I've been hearing Lemon 8, I've been hearing Red Note, and just a few people are even mentioning Fanbase, the black-owned app. And I'm going to just say this. If y'all take y'all asses over to those Chinese-made apps that treat y'all like shit over here, they don't monetize you the way that they should. They give other creators credit for your originality. They take down your videos. Every time you look up, you're getting some kind of community violation. If y'all go over there, I will be convinced that you guys like abuse, that you love it, and that you thrive off of it. Because why wouldn't you go to Fanbase? Over there, he's even giving you the opportunity to invest into the company. I mean, there's nothing better than that right there. I mean, that's an awesome opportunity. And if y'all rather go over there and continue to make them rich and not take the opportunity with Fanbase, I'm convinced. I'm convinced that y'all like abuse.
Black people just don't want to support black people. We're racist against our own people. You are talking about going to red note in the light of TikTok getting banned, but the question should be, why the hell are we on TikTok in the first place? We got 3 apps built by African Americans for African Americans. You're complaining that TikTok was censoring your content, giving you unworthy violations, demonetizing your pages. But why don't we go over the fan base? Why don't we go over the Afro Americans? Why don't we go over the spill? And now you're talking about, oh, I'm going over the red note. You already complaining about the Asians taking money out of our community with their nail shops and their restaurants and their corner stores. But you're going to willingly give them your money instead of go support black people. I guess that's the reason we haven't went down to all these white institutions and took our money out of them and put them in black institutions.
You know, I can never understand why is it that whenever we get something, we got a lot of our people that don't want to support it. I just don't understand it. You know, everything is kind of slow once it's getting off of the ground, and I guess you can say that about fan base, but at least it's worth giving it a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because even with this reprieve, you know, that TikTok has been given or what have you, it's like they sound like they do, you know, things just like YouTube do. You know, it seems like to me Americans are already owning it. You see what I'm saying? Or something with all the unnecessary censorship. We had out of the mouth of 2 witnesses, that sister and the brother, that said how a lot of black content creators are treated on TikTok, you know, which is not right. But hey, that's just the nature of the beast, if you understand what I'm saying, you know. And seems like to me that your boy, you know, Isaac Hayes Jr., the third, what have you, is finally, you know, trying to step up and say this is a place that we can have, that we got our own, you know, and what have you. But hey, here's the deal. I think it's worth looking into simply because after this 90 days, you know, who's to say that this thing is not going to go black again? TikTok is not going to go black again, you know. And hey, maybe this time if it were to, it's going to stay that way. And then what will, you know, those content creators, you know, have then, especially the ones that has thriving businesses on TikTok, you know, with the TikTok store. You know, I'm hearing, you know, people over there making upwards like 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen some of the stuff that has been marketed over there. Hey, and it's pretty much real good stuff. You know what I mean? Especially things that, you know, you can definitely use if there was some kind of like power outage or whatever, bug out bag stuff. I mean, real good, you know, tools and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That can see you through. But I'm saying this, before it's over, we're going to need somewhere, you know, to go somewhere, probably somewhere like fan base, you know what I mean? But it's going to have to be given a chance in order to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the way these other platforms are doing, you know, hey, it just makes you sometimes think, is it really worth it? You know. But nevertheless, TikTok is back for 90 days. You see, so it is what it is, you know. And also, in light of this particular going dark of TikTok, I've been hearing this thing about Red Note. Red Note is another Chinese platform, social media platform, that has been consorting, you know, back and forth with Americans about the way the economy is for them over in China. And a lot of American people are not too happy about it because they were told a lie. They were told a lie that, you know, China is this communistic country that's scavenging for food and under all kinds of oppression and what have you. Well, turns out not so much. It's like they doing better than so-called Americans over here. I probably will do a video on it so you guys can get, you know, we can get in more depth about it or what have you, and you'll see what I'm saying about that. You know, some of the things that we are undergoing as an American will make you not so much to be proud to be American. You see what I mean? Because, for example, they're talking about the food over there. Number one, no bioengineered in the food. Number 2, groceries are very much affordable. Okay? Number 3, housing, for example. If you buy a house over there, from what it said, there is no paying of the taxes on that land, even if you were to pay that house off. All right? That's just for openers. They're saying, and there's been a lot of people that are mad about that because, of course, on TikTok, you got a lot of white folks, that is saying, they struggling to stay afloat now. You know what I'm saying? Even with 2, jobs or whatever, or 3 incomes, hey, they struggling. You know what I'm saying? And so when they find out, China's not so bad, they find out, hey, things a lot more better over them than it is for Americans. Well, they hollering about that too. That's basically what it boils down to. But be that as is, look, we'll get into that maybe sometime this week. But I want you guys to tell me what you think about the revitalization of TikTok. Let me know in the comment section. That's if you can comment, because like I said, I know a lot of times y'all try to comment and you can't even do that. Wow. So dude did mention about, First Amendment free speech, you know what I'm saying, and revitalizing TikTok is a great step in direction for that. Well, then hopefully Trump, crack down on some other things too when it comes down to these social media platforms, because the bullying is out of control. But be it as is, let me know what you think. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it. That's if you can. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.